Hey everybody, Mike here. So I want to give a quick review of this little weapons light that I picked up from OLIGHT. This is the Baldr S. So this is the box that comes in here. When you get that out of the package, your weapons are a little light. Now I want to kind of go over this light with you. I've never owned a flashlight or laser for any of my handguns before in the past. Quite a bit of research went into this before I selected this model. So this is the Baldr S. It's rated at 800 lumens on the flashlight. It's also got your green laser on here as well. So kind of go over how this thing works and what drew me to this model. You've got this little quick lock lever here on the side that you can lock in place. So I can literally get this off one handgun and onto another within 20 seconds. It's that simple. Which you're locked in place here, you flip your little lever over to the side, and then your rail here is adjustable. You can also clip onto your rail here like so. So all you got to do when you get this on your handgun is click it in place, locks on your rail. You slide it forward or backward depending on where you need it on your pistol. Lock your lever in place and you're good to go. On the back here, you got two levers here to click on and off. So depending on whether you're left or right-handed or how you decide to hold your pistol, you've got the option of whether you want to turn that off or on with the left or the right-hand side here. On the bottom side here is your three-position switch. You can run this in just flashlight mode. In the center is your flashlight and your laser combo, or in the other side here is just your laser. I like how quick and easy it is to switch back and forth just by a flip of a button here. You also, when it comes to the flashlight on this thing, you've got two different brightnesses on this. So you've got your max brightness here of 800 lumens. After this light's been turned on, if you quickly press the switch here on the end twice, it'll knock that down to a lower brightness for you. So this comes pre-installed with the GL adapter on here. Inside your package here, you do have extra screws, and it's got the 1913 adapter in here as well. So depending on which rail setup you've got on your handgun, you're good to go. Next thing I want to talk to you about is this charger. Something specific to OLIGHT, the way they charge their flashlights. I've got a love-hate relationship with these chargers. The more different OLIGHT models I buy, a little more frustrated I become. It's not the end of the world, but here's what you need to know. These things just clip on with a magnet style connection. I love that part. It's super easy to charge this. I like that they're blue, the anodized blue on here. So it's kind of easy for me to pick out and know which charger I need to grab. My Mini Warrior lights that I carry, now this Baldr S, if you look on the end of this cap here, it says special. This won't fit my Mini Warrior lights. In fact, if I try to hook them up, it's opposite polarity on the magnets. I can't even get them to touch. For whatever reason, OLIGHT's decided that they need to have separate proprietary chargers for different model flashlights that they carry. That's really the only downside I've got to OLIGHT so far, at least in my personal experience. Is that I have to keep track of these little chargers, and if you lose this charger, well, you have to go source another one. You can't just grab a USB-C charger, out of your drawer for something random. Keep that in mind. You got to keep track of your chargers on this stuff. Outside of that though, guys, I love the OLIGHT brand, and I love what they've got going on with their different models of lights. I've been running this on two different handguns, playing around with it. So I either run it on my Hellcat, or I've got a Taurus G2C that I've been running and playing with. And so both of those are compact pistols. When I've got this hooked to my gun, basically the tip of my barrel sits right here, and this end of the flashlight just slightly overhangs, which I kind of wish that was a little more flush. On a shorter barrel like I'm carrying, I can't expect too much. I'm going to shut the light off for just a second here. I want to show you what this looks like in the dark. So now we're here sitting in the dark. So you can see behind me here how bright that light is. Playing around with this laser outside. I've got a tree line at the end of my property about 1,000 feet away. I can hit that tree line and this laser light's still going. So I actually don't know how much distance you can get out of this light, but I know it's about 1,000 foot. On the flashlight here, being at 800 lumens, I'm able to use the fence line on my pasture from my house with this light. I can see my cattle out there, and that's about 400 feet away. To give you an idea for distance. And I'll throw some shots on here as well with me walking around this thing at night. I also tried to throw my drone in the air and kind of simulate what this looked like going around the house if I was using this in a situation. So hopefully that kind of gives you an idea. I have to kind of play by the rules on Amazon. I'm not allowed to show this with the pistol hooked up to it. That's kind of unfortunate, but we have to play by their rules, so it's all good. So I just want to give you my initial thoughts on this little light. I think this is going to be a really handy little accessory to keep on my nightstand pistol. I'm really looking forward to getting this out and getting some practice with it on the range. See how this thing actually functions and operates over the next coming days.